Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Greetings from London. My name is Rajesh. I'm the meditation guru. And this morning I am going to be taking you through a very simple technique that we have used internationally to start people off with meditation that is wonderfully and relaxing, and especially in these really difficult times. We want you to be able to relax, because from that base of relaxation, you will cope with things better, you will make better decisions, and you will understand yourself much clearer. You will know your thoughts better as they wonderfully calm down as we learn to meditate. So the first thing we want to do is to learn how to do this, where to do it. So I'm just going to guide you through some notes this morning. The key of these techniques is that we want to establish regular meditation. Now, truly, for the benefits to come of meditation, we need to meditate at least twice a day. And we do that at home, and we try to do that in the same place every time we meditate. That could be in a room that you might go and leave to be away from your partner or family, or they may be meditating with you. So we want you to be in a quiet, uninterrupted room, and in partial shade. The room does not have to be completely dark, but it does need some degree of shade. So if your room is very dark, you could use a nightlight or a candle or a very dim lamp that's in the background. So then, obviously, it's the position in which we meditate. So in this technique, we're meditating sitting up. So if you can see here, okay, so I want you to sit up. If you're in bed, ensure that you're against something firm. If you're in a chair or a sofa, be reasonably erect, but join your hands. Our system creates, during meditation, lots of energy, and we're a bit like a battery. If we have our connectors not joined, we will lose that energy. So we want to bring our hands together as such in our lap. Don't be too back. We want you to be fairly erect, not too erect, but just be very, very comfortable. That is so important. So we're creating that circuit as the energies come more profoundly as we meditate. This creates this circuit so we can preserve those energies and we can use them for our betterment and growth. Okay. Ensure your location is secure. No alarms are going to go off. You're not going to be interrupted by someone running in, etc., who forgot the towel or forgot some of their clothes, etc. And we do not meditate with animals in the room. So if you have a cat or a dog that normally sleeps in your room or by your bed, they can go out for a short while. The same with very small children. And during the course, we're going to tell you what you can do with them if they're unwell with meditation. So be comfortable, loosen any tight clothing around the neck or the waist. If you've just risen and you feel a bit heavy, then just simply have a sip of water or have a good stretch, just to make sure that you're not going completely from sleep into meditation, because there's a likelihood, especially if you're in bed, that's one of the least desirable places to meditate, because we're so accustomed with that feeling of comfort and our mind associates that with sleep. So we will probably go to sleep, which is fine. So you could even have just a sip of water, just to make sure that you're fully awake. So as we said, it's 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to be leading you through the first meditation, but essentially we want you to keep checking in to make sure you've understood the technique, but also to form a regular pattern of meditation. This is really, really important because the benefits will only come if there is good regularity. And most people, this is an adjustment in your routine. Most people find that they want to get up and meditate because it makes them feel so good, so together, so positive, all these other attributes, that they just want to get up. They're happier to get up half an hour earlier. Now, we time these sessions primarily that if you're at 8:45, 9 o'clock, this will be good for you. And also, if you're a worker, then essentially you will probably be logging onto your office at 9 o'clock. Now, we have a second session every day at 5 p.m. So if you're unable to make these morning sessions for a top-up or for a reminder, keep checking in. The purpose of these is we want you to establish regularity, because then the benefits are going to come, and they do appear really quickly when you're regular. So the first week, obviously, it's going to be an additional thing into your routine. This takes some adjustment, but as I said, the benefits are so amazing, so life-changing, you will just want to be there. You will want to get up and do it. We don't use apps. We don't use watches. These are totally unnecessary. We have a natural time sense within us, and therefore we do not want to, use an exterior source when meditation is something so natural. Also, after the session, I will be putting some details in here about how you can get additional support. If you have any questions, obviously you can put them in the chat window and we will respond to them. The important thing is, on this channel, there's lots of information coming forward. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the reminder bell so you're aware of upcoming events, changes, etc., new videos that are posted at least once a week. And there's a lot of information called the 5-Minute Insights about different hacks, life hacks, how you can improve your life. So we're going to begin. Okay, so to time yourself when you're on your own, just as you start, tell yourself 20 to 30 minutes. So we meditate between 20 and 30 minutes. If we come back, if we look at the clock or our watch, which we can do through squinted eyes, do not open your eyes fully during meditation. Look back at the clock, essentially, we're through squinted eyes. And if you've done 16 minutes, go back. We want to be over 20 and less than 30. Okay, so now onto the meditation part. One thing that we obviously need to do is to close our eyes to begin. This is turning our attention from the outside to the inside. In life generally, we're completely focused exteriorly. We're looking out. We're looking at work. We're looking at life. We never look within. So meditation is a change of focus from externality to internality. So the first thing, how we become internal, is to close our eyes. But we need to do that very, very slowly, almost as if they were stuck together. So now you don't need to look at me. You need to follow by my voice. So I firstly want you to close your eyes very, very slowly. Okay, if you found you did that really quickly, just open them again and just allow them to close very, very slowly. This has a calming effect on our system. Okay, so let's just relax for just half a minute. to allow our eyes to settle. Breathe normally through the nose or through the mouth, whatever is comfortable for you. And now you're going to bring your attention to your breathing, just like watching the rising, falling of the chest, the breath going in and out of your nose. So we're going to do this for a couple of minutes. So just watch the breathing, the rising, falling of the chest. We're not trying to alter the rhythm of the breathing. We just want to be its observer. Okay, that's good. Now very, very slowly open your eyes for me. Very slowly. Oh, incredibly slowly. That's good. You see how easy that was. The important thing is you do not concentrate on the breathing. You're just observing the breath going in and out, the rising and falling of the chest. This is helping to turn our attention within. And as simple as this sounds, it is super, super powerful. So we're going to try this again, but now for slightly longer. So very, very gently close your eyes. Place your attention on the breathing, watching the rising and falling of the chest. The breath going in and out. We're not controlling, we're just observing. Now I want you to remain with your eyes closed and continue this, just watching the rising and falling of the chest. But you will notice after a short while that thoughts will just come in. And instead of just thinking on the breathing, you'll be thinking of your day ahead, your routine, problems you may face, difficulties, etc. They'll all pop up into the mind. Now, thoughts are an integral part of meditation. We do not see them as an intruder. They are part of the practice. They're natural and correct. But when we realize that our attention has gone off the breathing and just onto some thoughts without, and that is the important word, without pushing those thoughts away, just bring your attention back to the breathing to again watch the rise and fall of the chest. So we're going to try that just again for a few minutes. So this is like a cycle going from the thoughts just to the breathing. and then returning. So breathing, we drift off onto thoughts. That thought train could seem quite long. You know, we think, oh, suddenly, my breathing. I'm not being aware of my breathing. Don't panic. That is absolutely fine. The mind is really relaxing here, and thoughts are just bubbling up from deeper within. But when we realize that we're only having thoughts without pushing those thoughts away, just come back to watching the breathing again, the rising. So it's a cycle. Attention to the breathing and thoughts. When we realize we're only having thoughts, we return to the breathing. So for the last 15-20 minutes, we're just going to do this. So again, with your eyes closed, just continue this cycle of being aware of your breathing. And then when the thoughts come, do not push them out. That's very important. Just allow them to play in your mind, almost as if you're watching them on a movie screen, but become aware of the breathing and watch the breathing again. So now I'm going to be silent for the next 15 or so minutes, and then I will tell you when to stop. So just continue on.